Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. Well, today we're going to use the August stamp of the month. It is called Goodbye Isn't Forever. And I think this is a lovely, serene stamp set, perfect for those bereavement cards and thinking of you situations that come up in our lives. And I love that as card makers, we have the ability to create a little stash because let's face it, those moments are usually unplanned. So it's nice to have a few cards ready to go that we can get out to let someone know that we love them and that we care. I do have the two images loaded up in my stamp platform. This is from Tim Holtz. I don't think this is available. You can probably get them used, but I don't think it's something you can get anymore. But I chose, I'll show you here, this little kind of park bench area with a little stream. I guess it's a stream. Could be a path. And then I have Praying for You in Your Loss. So those are the two images that I've chosen to use. I am using some Tim Holtz Distress Watercolor cardstock. This is already cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You can buy 8 1/2 by 11 sheets and cut them down. But I saw this at Hobby Lobby and thought, ooh, that's nice. Threw it in my cart. So here's my piece of the Tim Holtz cardstock. I am using the, I don't know if you can even tell that one side is a little more textured than the other side. And I'm using the smoother side, if that's a word. I also have Distress Oxides and my Distress Sprayer. My oxides are Broken China, Abandoned Coral, Fossilized Amber, and Mowed Lawn. I have a piece of packaging. This is from, let's think. This is from Paper Pack. Works really well. I have some paper towel as well for wiping up and tidying up as I go. The other thing I want is a piece of packaging. Oh Lord, I should have been a little more thinking ahead of time here. I'm going to grab a piece of, here's a plastic bag, and I'm going to use this. And you'll see what I'm doing with that in a second. So I'm going to start with the Mowed Lawn. Oh, heck heavens. I'm going to smear a little bit on that plastic. You can use any smooth surface if you have a mat, that's meant for crafting. Use that. Sticking my hand in the bag. Gonna smoosh that color around a little bit. I'm gonna just start dabbing onto this paper. You can see all the different color I'm getting. You can fill in. And here's where cleaning up will happen. I'm going to spritz my paper towel with some of the water. And I am going to wipe off my bag and wipe this bag to make a clean area for some fossilized amber. Again, smear a little on there. Put a little bit of water. And again, hand in the bag. Sorry for the rattliness, and I'm just going to touch a little bit on there. And just keep adding until you feel that it looks right. And you can rub a little bit. You can see I'm doing a little smearing. And you just get a nice textured look. And this is messy. It is messy, messy work. There's nothing perfect about it. It's not gonna be the same. I'm gonna wipe this off. And give this a wiperoo. And, oh, I'm wiggling stuff. Sorry about that. Got the abandoned coral. Again, a little bit of water on there. Ooh. Yes, it's messy, messy. And these colors are a little on the happy side. Not all thinking of you bereavement cards need to be sad. And you do want to wipe up in between so that when you put down your next layer, you're not contaminating your color. And there's some. We'll flip this around. And you can continue to go over and over this and add more and more. The drier the distress ink is, the darker it will look. And again, I'm not going to continue on forever. I have one ready to go, but I wanted to give you a little bit of an idea of how you can play. So I'm going to set this aside to dry, and I'll bring this one in, and you can see how that looks when it dries back. I can show you side by side. There is a little bit of a difference in the intensity of color. It's not real bad. So now I have my stamp positioner here. We're going to stick this in here. Hopefully, get some good results. And normally, I would probably cover up these distress oxides because Barb makes messes. Barb will drag things through the ink and just make a big mess. So we're going to get those tucked out of the way. And I'm closing that just to check to make sure that my magnets aren't going to interfere. And I'm going to start pouncing on just plain black ink. And what I like to do on these more delicately lined images is do a little bit of a swirly rub, and then you want to pounce over the top of it. And I should have fairly decent coverage. Again, I'm tucking this up into the corner. And we're going to do a little CPR action on here. Ooh, and I like that. That looks nice. And I'm just sticking that in there to pick up any of the ink. So now we've got our card base. And I know that this is the true 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I want to trim it down just a little bit. So I am going to take a smidge off of each end so I can get this down to 5 1/4. And the same with the top and the bottom. To get this down to 4, and that's inches. I also have this, it's this Delusions shimmer spray. This is called Black Marble, and there is a little ball in here. I almost forgot. Got to shake that. You hear that ball rattling around? And I'm just going to put a little teeny bit down here on my plastic bag mat here. And I'm going to water it down just a little bit and take a little baby paintbrush and do a little splattering on here. You could do this with re-inker or any other kind of little spritzy thing. If you have a black or a dark charcoal colored shimmer brush, that will also work on here. And that's it for that. And I am gonna wipe that up. You definitely want to protect your surface. As you can see, the little dots go everywhere. So you want to make sure you're doing this in a protected way, so you don't get the cute little delusion splatters all over. Okay. I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch black cardstock and card base, and I'm going to put this down. I'm going to stand it up and line it up. And then we do have this one, and I can tell it's still a little on the wet side. So I'm gonna hopefully not make a smudgy mess. Ooh, that lightened it a lot, and I don't mind how that looks. And I'm gonna eyeball that around there and just, there it goes. And here we are, praying for you and your loss. Again, make some cards to have on hand for those unexpected moments when we need to let someone know that we love them. Have a blessed, crafty day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.